What is up, Schwartz Force? Welcome back to the channel. We're doing another video today. This is a homage of the Omega Planet Ocean Seamaster, and this is the ROCOS R0146. This is a popular watch you guys wanted me to review last year, so I apologize. I finally got it, and I'm doing the review on it. Now, this is a watch that I sent to Average Joe along with the last review, which was the X-Tree chronograph version. I sent both of them to Average Joe Watch Reviews, his channel. He's doing a review, or I should say he's comparing them side by side, the $50 Homage, this $200 Homage, stacked up against the real deal Omega Planet Ocean. So I think it's a really cool video, so you should go check them out up here, as well as in the description. I got links for you once you're done with the review. But for ROCOS, you guys know I'm a big fan of the ROCOS watches. I own a couple of them, and I wanted to see how this was overall for a diver, and I know it was something a lot of you wanted to see as well. So I'll give you my thoughts and opinions on it, but let me know in the comments down below as we go throughout the review what your thoughts are and if you think it's worth the $200 price point. Now, in case if you're new to the channel, my name's Dave. May the Schwartz be with you. And hey, did you know it's a great day to wear a watch? And this is the same watch I had in the other review. So this is the Binyar BY5174. I got it up here if you want to see the review and haven't yet. But check it out. It is on a nice Straps Co. leather strap. You guys know, as an ambassador of the Straps Co. company, I highly recommend a lot of their stuff. So go check them out. Links down below. And if you haven't subscribed to the Schwartz Force yet, you have a few seconds to do it while we roll some B-roll footage and the intro. Thanks for the support. Let's get into it. Alright, so this is the ROCOS R0146. Now, at the time that you're watching this video, my buddy Average Joe Watch Reviews has also uploaded his side-by-side comparison of not just this watch, but also another Omega Planet Ocean Homage watch up against his actual Omega Planet Ocean. So I'm going to link his channel up here and in the description so you can check it out. I'll also include a link for the full review on the other Homage, that is the X-Tree Homage watch, so you can see those after checking out this full review. So let's start out with the measurements as we always do. This watch has a case diameter of 45 millimeters, but the bezel has a measurement of 43 millimeters. If we measure the case with the crown, it's going to be right at 48 millimeters. The lug to lug height is 52 millimeters, so it wears tall, and the case thickness with the dome sapphire crystal will be right at about 15.5 millimeters. It's large and chunky, so when it's on the wrist, as you see, it has a lot of wrist presence. I think my wrist at 7 inches is the minimum size needed to really pull this watch off, and what will help is the strap design, which comes straight down off of the lugs. Now, the watch does have a full 316L solid stainless steel case and caseback, and you can see there's this very cool marine-inspired caseback design with a crosshatch pattern that includes these engraved anchors that crisscross over the compass rose with ROCOS branding as well. The strap is a nice combination of rubber and nylon that is stitched nicely, and while the rubber is thicker at the lugs and tapers down, it's not the most comfortable, which I was a little bit surprised. While wearing this watch doing work-related activities, I was actually starting to itch a bit on my wrist, and with sweating, the strap just didn't feel as nice as I would have anticipated. My advice would be to swap the strap out if you decide to pick up this watch. Now, in the water, I'm sure the strap is preferred since it's rubber and nylon, but for daily wearing, I would opt for something more comfortable. And the strap is 22 millimeters wide, and my favorite part about it is actually the stainless steel single deployment clasp that it comes with. It's a thick 316L solid stainless steel. It doesn't feel cheap or flimsy. It's really substantial, and it clicks into place. It has double pushers to release it, and I just love the look that it gives the strap when being worn compared to just a simple tang buckle. The bezel is stainless steel and has a ceramic insert, which is done very nicely in that Omega style font. It has a nice silver color to it that plays with the light, and then there are the orange minute indices for the first 15-minute section of the bezel, which does have great contrast with that blue color. There is a curved sapphire crystal, so as you can see here, it is testing as actual sapphire. And looking at the dial, you'll notice the date window at 3 o'clock. It is borderless, which I personally would have preferred a border or to have the date wheel match the dial color, but that's just me. There are applied stick indices at each hour marker, and there's the short square indices at 12, 3, 6, and 9, which give good symmetry with the design. And I really like the stepped half railroad print between each of the hour markers along the chapter ring. There are the classic Omega style arrow, minute, and hour hands, and then of course we see the thin arrow tipped second hand that has that orange needle tip on it. That extends all the way out to the chapter ring as well. You'll also see here that the Arabic numbers are finished nicely in an orange color. They are applied, and that pops really nicely against that blue dial. While those numbers do not have loom applied, all of the indices are loomed, as well as the hands and also the pearl on the bezel. The loom is bright initially, but it does fade after about an hour or two. It will still be faint in the dark, but it would have been nice to see a longer lasting loom applied to this watch. Now there is ROCOS branding printed at 12 o'clock, and then printed just above 6 o'clock we see indication of automatic movement and water resistance rating of 100 meters. Now part of that is due to the screw down crown that does have a nice coin edge to it as well, with a simple R branded on that crown. The movement does allow for hand winding, and actuating the crown feels really nice. Now when the crown is pulled out into position 2, you will notice that the second hand does hack, which is great. And while we're in position 2, let me show you that the date will actually start to change over right at around 10:40 p.m. and that clicks over to the next date right at 12:05 a.m. The finishing on the case is done really well. I've always been really impressed with ROCOS as far as their finishing and quality. The brushing on the side of the case is really nice, and I love how it just transitions to that high polish on that beveled edge and then transitions back to brushed on the fronts of the lugs. And of course the coin edge on the bezel has just the right amount of sharpness to it that allows for a positive and confident grip from any side that you happen to touch the bezel on, and it has a really pleasant tactile feel and sound to it as well. Now let's go ahead and check the accuracy of the movement in this watch. So I've had it running on the time graph for a few minutes, and you can see it's running at 21,600 vibrations per hour. The amplitude is okay, there's very little beat error, and we're getting an average of about -3 to -6 seconds per day, which I'm pleased with at this price point. So that's my review on the ROCOS R0146. I can't wait to hear what you guys think about this Homage. For the $200 price, I think it's a great Homage watch that has really nice specs and great materials and finishing. And if you're interested in picking one of these up, I will put a link in the description for you, which does help out the channel but won't cost you anything extra, so I appreciate the support. Now, if you haven't joined the Schwartz Force yet, please do so now. You can tap on my face over here in the corner. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and you can check out more right here. But as always, I look forward to seeing you guys at the next one. May the Schwartz be with you. Take care.